successful with Comcast and everything else that he's done. He does a lot of stuff, but he is putting a lot of energy, into Letzchat, right? And I call him, he's like our spokesperson. I always call him like a CEO, even though he's not one. I don't want to take away from Jordan and them, but he's putting a lot of energy into this company. And I believe that it's one of the revolutionary products that we have on this platform that like, we don't want to sleep on this thing, right? So with everything going on, like I was talking this morning after I got out of the gym, kind of poke at each other because we both work out early. And I could hear him. I think he was talking to his wife or someone was in the background. I'm assuming it was his wife. Like, oh, that's Jason on the phone, right? But he's got a family he's running. If you guys were at Jeff's, he's got beehives he's running. I'm just kidding, but yeah, he's very busy. But his attention to this company, and I believe you all need to make sure that we're paying the same amount of attention. This is I'm telling you, this is going to become a multi-billion-dollar company. Letzchat is revolutionizing the industry. You don't have to become a tech. Kyle is not a tech whiz. This is what I want to tell you. I'm going to tell you this right now. This guy knows a lot and he's very smart, but I promise you, I've had a lot of conversations prior to Letzchat and he wasn't like breaking down software sales and everything. So here's what I need you to understand. You don't have to become an expert. You just have to be knowledgeable, right? On all these platforms, just enough to be lethal and then let the professionals do their job. So, but this is a big one. Kyle, I want to give you the time you need. He's going to kind of break it down to you. You know, AI is taking over the industries. AI is going to be something of it already is here. They say of the future, but it's not. It's actually happening. But it's going to revolutionize a lot of stuff. And you guys are on the front side of a company that is doing something that no one else is doing right now. And it's very scalable for you. Our comp plan's nice to it, which is awesome. But more importantly, it's very easy it's easy, but you have to know a little bit what you're doing to be able to get the lead in the hands of people that can help you grow your business. So Kyle, the floor is yours, man. I know usually we start poking, messing around a little bit, but I want to make sure that they understand this moment. And I know you only got 30 minutes today. I know you're busy, but I want to make sure you can get this out in front. And I think once we grasp this really as an organization, Letzchat should explode. I mean, this is the only global product we have. So anyway, Kyle, the floor is yours, man. Let's rock and roll. And at the end, I'll show them how easy it is to submit the leads and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah. And I was actually going to do that too. Can you make me the host so I could share my screen?
Yeah, you should. You should be good. Or can you? You should be good.
I can. Awesome. So
hey, I'm proactive, Kyle. I'm learning. You know, so I'm see. Look at this. I'm moving up. I'm moving up in the world. I got you access early. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Now, no more.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you, Jason. I mean, I want to touch on what Jason just said. Is I'm not a tech person. And I'm assuming a lot of you on this call are not tech, quote unquote, tech people. I do work in the tech industry in terms of my role with Comcast. So I run their sports tech accelerator here out of Atlanta. And over the last 3 years, we've invested in 30 companies, right? So we're a venture capital group. We invest in 30 early stage tech companies and we then bring them to market. We help them integrate into the sports world. We help them break into other industries. And out of the 30, that Comcast has invested in, right? So Comcast, everyone knows Comcast. They're the largest global media conglomerate in the world. They're a Fortune 30, they're a top 30 biggest companies in the world. And they have put their mouth and their monies behind Letzchat. And I will tell you, out of all 30 companies that they have invested in, Letzchat is far and away the best. And I don't say that maybe not necessarily in terms of the actual tech, and obviously the tech is extremely impressive. What Letzchat has that none of the other 30 company has is unlimited market cap, right? When you talked about a company or an industry, and you can even look within better, right? If you talk to any of the ERC companies, they're limited to companies with 500 employees, right? Small businesses, they have to be in the USA, they have to qualify, yada, yada, right? Same with, you know, with Alex and the credit card, right? You have to have credit card debt. You have to, you know, if you don't have credit card debt, you're not a client. And the same thing with a Clearwater or some of the others, right? You need to be, there's restrictions, right? The one thing Letzchat has that no other company in our 30 portfolio companies have, or no other company in Better has, is essentially unlimited capabilities. Right? The products and services, and I've mentioned this on calls previous, Letzchat can provide value to your niece or nephew who has a YouTube channel, In the same conversation, Letzchat can provide value to Fortune 100 companies that are publicly traded that can provide value to them on a global scale. And guess what? It's the same conversation, right? So whether you're talking to your niece or nephew over dinner or at Easter or over the 4th of July coming up, right? Or Memorial Day this weekend, right? You could be talking to somebody from your family who's got a YouTube channel. Hey, what languages do you offer your YouTube or your social media in? Oh, just English? Have you ever thought about expanding into other languages, right? Growing your audience that way, right? Or you could be sitting on this Memorial Day weekend with the, the CEO of a company and say, hey, what languages do you offer your services in, right? And I promise you 90% of them or 95% of them will say just English, and you might get Spanish. And even within that, right? Oh, we have Google Translate, we have whatever. It's still limited. There's still limits to what they can do. And so I want to share this picture with you. These are some pictures. Let's see if I share the right screen. Hopefully, can everyone see my screen here? Am I doing this right? Jeremy, give me a thumbs up. I don't know if Jeremy's
yes.
On the front screen, so thank you. So this is from last week, and I want to share this with everyone. These are pictures. This is Jordan. He's the CEO. Is it zoomed in enough? This is Jordan, the CEO. This guy in the orange right here is the CTO, the Chief Technical Officer of Home Depot, hence the orange, right? This guy right here with the camera taking a picture of the QR code is the head of digital, global digital for a company called Marriott. Everyone heard of Marriott, right? So Jordan, via Comcast, there were 15 publicly traded companies in a room last week for 3 days with Jordan and Letzchat and myself presenting. This is the chief digital. This guy right here in the vest is from he's from Kroger and that whole group of grocery stores. This guy, Tyler, he's the chief technical officer at Racetrack. They do the gas stations. This is, what's his, I can't forget his name. He's head of Inspire Brands. This is the COO of Inspire Brands, which is Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin Robbins, Buffalo Wild Wings, right? They were all in the room last week. They were all in the room last week. This guy right here is the head of digital product for Truist Bank, right? So banking. So the reason why I'm showing you this is telling you who is Letzchat's talking to on a daily basis, but B, I wanted to share with you the different variations of clients, right? In that one room alone, you have a Home Depot, which is a retail store, right? House supplies, business supplies, wood, lumber, you name it, right? You also have one of the biggest banks in the country. You also have one of the biggest hotel chains in the world, if not the biggest. Marriott might be the biggest, Marriott Hilton. You also have a large restaurant group, all in the same meeting, all with the same value proposition that Letzchat can provide to them, right? So I could go into all the details of those conversations, but every single one of them is furthering the conversation with Letzchat because they understand that there is a barrier to entry for all of their goods and products. Everywhere they go, right? Let's think about Marriott, right? Marriott is all over the world. They're in 300 countries, right? Every single time they open up a new hotel or get tourism, even just in the US, they get people coming to stay at their Marriotts from all over the world, right? And there's always, always, always a language barrier in every industry, right? So my point being is there's no limits. The limits to Letzchat comes to the people on this call, right? Who are you talking to about it and how are you talking to them, right? And then from an implementation standpoint, and we're going to go over this, I'll actually do it right now. I told Jason to do it, but I'm going to relieve him of his duties this morning so he can go back to his naps or whatever he does all day. Who knows, right? I'm going to share the screen again. Can you guys see my screen? This should be the Better site. Does everyone see this?
Yeah, we got you.
Yes.
So if you are appointed with Better, here's how easy it is, right? Look at this guy. Who is this guy? This is the month to date, year to date. Who's this guy? Let's see. Look at this guy. Boom, right? right? High performance.
Just sleeping all day. Just taking naps.
This is all Jason does all day. I think he pads his numbers. I think he pays the better people to pad his stats, right? But that's fine. Anyway, you guys all have access to this, right? So I'm trying to bring this full circle back to hit you guys at home here, right? So understand, if you haven't done got appointed with Letzchat, you need to, or else you don't have access to the link. You need to go through the checkbox and just, give you all the basic info, right? You click here. I want to submit anybody. I am having a conversation today with my nephew or niece. I'm having a conversation today with a big CEO of a company. I'm having a conversation with my school board, whoever. You need to be appointed with Letzchat. You click on the link. Up pops the video, the quick 1-minute demo video, right? Some stats, what we do, right? And boom, get started. I want to get started. I'm ready to eliminate the challenge of language barriers. Boom. I type in the business name. I put in their website address. I select what services they may be interested, or what services you think they might be interested in. Right? I'm going to, whatever. I'm going to do test 123. The website is test123.com, right? They want to do website translation. They're also interested in doing some video subtitling, and they might have some documents. The contact number is me. I'll put in my email and submit. That's it. That is all you have to do. You guys got that? Now, what happens? We now have 3 full-time team members that are on the other end of this. One of them just got that email. I already got the email confirmation, right? That comes to our team. Our team you'll get an automatic email. Let's see if I can pull this up. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Let's see if it pulls up. I don't want everyone to see all my special emails that Jason sends me. You'll get an email. Boom. Perfect. Here it is. Here's one. Well, let's go back. Let's open this on the second page. 1, 2. Boom. Here we go. So you're going to get 2 things. Yeah, get out of my email. Oh, no. I just messed it all up. See, for you guys who think I'm a tech guy, I can't even open up an email the right way. Boom and boom. Come on. Perfect. So back to sharing my screen. Spare you guys my personal email account. Do you guys all see the screen again? I immediately, as the agent on file, I immediately got an email. You have a new lead, right? So that means you could have posted that link on Facebook and somebody could have submitted it, or you could have done it yourself, right? Or on your LinkedIn. You would get an instant notice that somebody filled that form out. Right? And then what does the customer get? The customer at the same time gets an email. Hey, test 1 through 3. That's my newfound LLC, test 1 through 3, right? We're excited about this. Schedule a call right here. You can go and click and watch the video of Letzchat. It goes right to our video again if they didn't get it, as well as they can click and schedule an appointment right there to have a scheduled meeting with somebody from our team on an available date. I want to schedule a meeting. Boom, next, done. It took you as an agent all of 5 microseconds to submit that lead. The lead now has the training video, this next steps to schedule a discovery call with our team. And what our team is going to do when they book that call, they'll immediately follow up. They'll send them a personal email. Hey, test 1, 2, 3 company. Thanks for scheduling the call. My name is, we have Dean, we have Drew, and we have Adam. My name is Dean, Drew, or Adam. Nice to meet you. Let us know if you have any questions. Looking forward to our call. If you have any, additional product questions in the meantime, we'd love to answer that. Then we have the call scheduled. And on the call, it's going to be, what does your company do and what does your company need? My company runs we run a local chain of 3 restaurants in Arizona, right? We have a barbecue chain of restaurants, and we want to offer our menu. In Spanish, right? Our website in Spanish, our mobile ordering in Spanish, and we also have a few employees that don't speak English, and we want to be able to provide them training and employee documentation in Spanish. Great, that sounds good. We can do that for you. Here's how it will look on our end. Here's the links to sign up and pay for the service. Or if it's a bigger company, hey, this is a discovery call with whatever, Marriott, right? We'll go back to Marriott. Hey, Marriott, I want to, we're interested. It's the same process, whether you have a local restaurant or a publicly traded company, it's the same onboarding process. You have to submit the lead the same way. You put their info and their website and their company and their contact name through the system, and we will still do a discovery call with them. Whether they're a billion-dollar company or a startup, it doesn't matter. We still need to discover what their use cases are and how we can provide better services, and our team will do that for you, right? Everything goes through the same process. It doesn't matter. Whether they're in the US or Japan or Australia or China or India, it doesn't matter. It's the same process across the board. It takes 30 seconds to submit the lead. We will set up the call. You as the agent will be copied in every correspondence. You will be invited to the training call. You will be copied in the follow-up email. You will be copied in everything. And it is your job as the agent on record to make sure the process continues. Make sure you are following up with the client. If we do respond to the client and we don't hear back, it's your job as the agent to follow up and say, hey, I saw you got the email 3 days ago from Letzchat. Did you want to schedule a call? The link to schedule a call was in the email, right? That's all you got to do. We have the team will explain the tech. We will explain the onboarding, the implementation process. We will do everything on our end, right? Then it gets done. It gets scheduled. It gets booked. We do the call. They want to move forward with 3 products. It will be live in the next few days on the Better site where you can just go in and pay right there. You can send them the link. We'll have access for them to pay. Right now, we email the links to pay for based on which products they want. So it's paid, it's done, they're implemented, it's done, it's onboarded, then you guys get a check. And you guys get a check residually for the life of that customer. We're on their website. Every time their website has translations, right? Every time there's a translation, you get paid. Every time there's a translation, you get paid. Every month, at the end of the month, your website, this month, your website that was a customer had 10,000 translated views. We're charging the customer 30 cents a view. That's a $3,000 in revenue, and your commission is 10 to 12%, whatever your commission structure is, right? You'll get a check. Now that grows, right? Next month, if that website does 100,000 page views, right? You don't do any additional work. Instead of 10,000 translated views, it has 100,000 translated views. You just 10x'd your income from that client for the next month. Now, if you rinse and repeat that, and you have 10 customers on their website, and each customer is paying you $3,000 a month, and you have 10 customers paying you $3,000 a month just from having our plugin on their website, that's $30,000 a month in residual income for the life of the customer. Then those customers, it's your job to go say, hey, our website plugin's working really well for you guys. We also do documents. We also can help with some of your marketing video. We also can help with some of your internals. We can also be on your app, not just your website. And that number grows and grows and grows. And I will tell you, we haven't had one instance where we onboard with a customer on their website or offering our services for their app where the translation services start happening, where a customer sees a decrease in traffic, a decrease in engagement. It doesn't happen. Once people know that their products and services and their website or their app or their whatever is available in other languages, they're going to be on there more. They're going to convert more sales. They're going to get more business. They're going to refer more people to this company because they know that their products and services are offered in their languages. Right? Just like if anyone here has traveled abroad and gone to another country and they don't have anything in English, right? Where are you going to eat? You're going to find the restaurant that has our English menu. And guess what you're going to do the next day? You might go to somewhere else, but you also might in the back of your mind say, man, I could just go back to that restaurant. The food was really good and they speak English. I've done it firsthand. I've experienced it firsthand from the other side of it. We look at it, a lot of people on this call look at it as an English speaker. We only speak English. We only understand English. You got to change that tune in your head, right? English isn't even the number one spoken language in the world. It's not even number 2. It's number 3, right? So English is getting less and less on the totem pole, especially with opportunities like Letzchat. You don't need to learn other languages. People are going to stick to their native language, knowing that they could just get it translated through. Yep, Mandarin is number 1. Spanish is number 2. Hindi and English are up there in the top 3. So What else do you want me to cover, Jason? Does everyone know all the products? Want me to run through all the products that everyone?
Yeah, I would high level through them quickly today. I'm having you back on, but yeah, I would just, if you could show those.
Yeah. So high level on the products. Let me pull up the sheet.
I mean, I know every company's different, but what are like what's like the top 3 products or top 2 products that you see mostly? And I would say something as he's pulling this up. Obviously you guys, Shane Stein is the CEO of Top Notch ERC, and he set up Letzchat. I was having a conversation with him and I asked him, I said, dude, how was it? He's like, oh my God, it was the easiest process in the world. He literally, same thing, put in his request, had the 15-minute phone call. I believe he was on with Jordan. I mess up their names sometimes, but I think that I don't know exactly which one he was on in the backside. But he literally was like, it was a 10-minute call and we're set up and ready to rock and roll. It'll be live in 2 days. He's like, dude, it was the easiest thing I ever done in my life. Right. So the point to that is it's not like an extensive, you have to break into subsystems and integration process. It's not hard for these business owners, or like you said, one area I started to look at, and Kyle keeps saying it, but I don't think people are really hearing about this. Like people on YouTube and stuff, like all these, what are they? Influencers,
right? Just like you are.
Like they get more probably clicks than some of these people own companies because it's the fad, right? If you can land one of those, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on, but just think about it. Someone that's in professional development or whatever these things are that they're doing, coaching, if they could translate their language in 104 different languages, they could be coaching globally tomorrow. Let's just take an Ed Milet. If Ed Milet had Letzchat integrated on his thing, he'd be coaching. This guy would 50x his income overnight because he's missing a market. So I don't want to get too deep into that. I just think that's one area that some of you guys that don't know all these business owners, or maybe you're intimidated to walk into Marriott or you don't have a connection in, do not sleep technology. Dude, there's so many ways now to integrate this in on the, I don't want to say entry level. I'm sorry.
So, does everybody know the influencer or the social media guy, Mr. Beast? Have you guys ever heard of it? Yes. Mr. Beast? Big time global media for people. He was an influencer, went from $100,000 a year and now he's worth like $6 billion with a B on his social platforms.
If you don't know, your kids and grandkids know, trust me, because
somebody you talk to will know him. If you look up the story, and I'll find an article on this. The reason what changed him from a standard everyday influencer to the biggest influencer in the world, he will tell you straight up, and I'm going to find this interview, is language translation. He started offering his content in 10 different languages, and he went out there and paid human translators to translate all of his content live and in real time so that it could reach a new audience. So he brought in a Mandarin Chinese person. He brought in somebody from Japan. He brought in a Hindi person. He brought in a French speaker, a Spanish speaker, and then there was one more, maybe German. And he had those people live and in real time on all of his. So I have my YouTube channel, right? He had YouTube Germany. He had YouTube China. He had YouTube whatever. And while he was talking, he had somebody live voicing over all of his podcasts and all of his everything. He went from $100,000 a year in influencer revenue to now worth over $6 billion in 5 years, solely, didn't do anything different. Same content, same message, same everything. He just added 10 more languages to his offering.
There it is. Kyle, this is me. There you go. Just to back up what you're saying. There's your little thing. I looked it up as you were speaking.
Here we go.
Dubbing his video in different languages, Mr. Beast able to extend his reach content to people who may not understand English well enough to enjoy his videos without subtitles. This allows him to connect to a larger audience. It's everything you just said. And it talks about how it blew up. You can go look, but it's crazy.
Look, he's got 50 million subscribers on YouTube, 50. Right? So again, that was the only thing he did differently was add language. So he offered his content to people that no one else was offering to. Same content, right? Just broke down all the language barriers to anybody who wanted to listen to him or follow him. Right. And so if you guys understand that, you don't have to sell it's not a hard tech sell. It's not a hard, yes, it's AI. Yes, it's machine learning, right? Hey, does your company or business or your network or whatever, are there language barriers, or would you like to get your products and services in front of more people from different cultures who speak a different language? The answer is yes, right? We can help you. Or here's another one. Hey, do you know anyone that works in your company that doesn't speak English? Or do you ever have a customer, or do you have any customers who don't speak English? The answer is most of the time going to be yes, right? So with that, we have services and products. So I'm going to go through all the products real quick. The number one product we have is website and app translation. It's a simple plugin. It goes on somebody's website in the back office. It goes on an app behind the scenes. You never know it's there. And it translates all of their language in 104 languages, all of their content in 104 languages, right? So apps, websites, right? Anything from SMS or texting services or kiosks, right? So think about, you go to a restaurant and you put your name in and your phone number into the restaurant, and they text you when your table's ready. Anyone ever dealt with that before? Well, we work with a lot of those companies now. They'll text you in whatever language you want. They'll text you in Spanish, French, German, Italian, right? Automatic. They just determine whatever your device language is, and we text you that message in your language, right? So messaging, Podium is a big customer of ours. So live chat, so extending to the messaging side. So chat bots, anyone gone on a website and talked to the chat bot? That chat bot, we do those chat bots live in real time, customer service, call centers. You ever call into a customer service line? We do all of that. So every customer service rep, I could be speaking English on the phone as a customer service rep, talking to somebody who speaks French or Chinese. Live in real time, I'm speaking English, they're speaking Chinese. We're talking to each other back and forth. Or I'm messaging them in English and they're receiving it in Chinese. They're messaging me back in Chinese, I receive it in English, right? Any company that has customer service, there's a good one. Video, so subtitling, video dubbing, any company that is in the broadcast or TV space or does live webinars, right? Mark and Jenna in Arizona, they're doing something with their church, right? So their church broadcast is now in Spanish, and it's going to be broadcast. So we're going to do subtitles and a voiceover live in real time from just their website views, right? We do the NFL already. We're doing Major League Soccer. It doesn't also have to be a live broadcast. It could be pre-recorded video or content. So education, so classrooms, colleges who offer courses, right? Course content or pre-recorded content. We can translate all that. A university that now offers their online course in one language, tomorrow can offer it in 104 languages. We can go in and just translate all of their content into any language. And now that university, what is their new reach of possible students to come to their school and learn from them, right? So video, subtitling, dubbing, and even marketing content, right? Companies who post on social media, before they post, they can transcribe or translate their video in other languages. So I might post a social media post. I might be the Arizona Cardinals and I want to post a promo video, a highlight video for last week's game, and I post it in English. It's a minute long. They could also then send it through our system and repost it in Spanish and German and French with the same exact video. So you don't have to keep doing the video over and over again with different languages. You just run it through our system and it's done. Document translation. So we create a portal for any customer. So schools, lawyers are big ones, big clients for us. Estate planning, attorneys, insurance companies, financial services. Anyone do anything with documents? Anyone ever do an FNA, or anyone ever print out illustration? Imagine being able to offer that illustration. Hint, hint. Anybody offer an illustration in that person's language, right? You run the illustration, you download that PDF, right? Or that Word document, and then you just upload it to our system one second. Implement it into Letzchat. It's a self-service portal. You upload the document, select the languages you want it in, download the document. It takes 5 seconds. Then you can send the customer the same document. You send the English version, and you can send them the Spanish version at the same time, right? It takes you 2 seconds. All of you have access to this. And then then we have the 2 other products, which is the YouTube and video integration. We're also on Zoom. We're a Zoom integration. And then the third one is the email GPT service. So I'll make this announcement on the call. It's coming to everybody. You should get the email this week from Better. If not, I will send it to Beauvais right now directly, and he can do it himself. Beauvais, I'm going to send it to you to send out to your team and everyone who else's team is on this. I know Brian's on the call and some other teams. We are now offering for all Better agents, breaking news, right? Can we get like a music, whatever. right? Everyone paying attention, right? Maybe pull over, maybe put your seatbelt on, put your coffee down, put your kids down. We are going to be offering website translation services, 5 languages, right, to anybody inside of Better for $25 a month for all Better people, any Better agent. Wait, there's more. We're also going to be offering one website, your own personal website, or one business. It's only one per Better agent. So whatever your agent email code, you get one website link per email. That's huge, right? Normally that's $250 a month plus translation services. We're giving it to you guys at $25 a month. And that's 5 languages. $250 a month is 1 language, right? So and I'll explain why in a second. The second product we're going to give you guys is our automatic email generation tool, Email GPT. You're going to be able to plug it in right into your Gmail or your Outlook or whatever, and it'll automatically generate email responses to all of your emails. You hit one button and it's done. Somebody sends you, Jason Bobet sends me a 4-paragraph email. I just hit auto generate and it responds to every single bullet point in the whole email. I can edit it, copy it, send it back off. That's only $20 a month. And if you get both services, you get another discount. It's instead of $45, it's $39.99, $40 for both services, unlimited. You guys are all going to have access to that. You're going to get an email shortly with that to sign up. Same process. You sign up, you're going to get a link. You put in your payment. You're going to have a 10-day trial for free. And then after that, we're going to charge you the bare minimum. We're losing money on the deal, but we don't care. Here's why. We want you guys to use and understand the products, to see the value firsthand, because it'll make it easier for you guys to sell. Does that make sense? For anybody who come from the insurance world or financial services world, you've done it yourself. If I have the product, if I know the product, if the product is beneficial for my family, I'm going to tell everybody about it. Right? So the same thing, right? People say, oh, I got the new phone, right? People get an iPhone. Everyone here who has an iPhone, who's told anybody else about an iPhone, the reason why Apple's so brilliant is because it has a bunch of free sales reps, right? You're all free Apple sales reps. You actually pay Apple to sell their product. You pay them a lot of money every month to tell everybody else how great their product is, right? So what we're going to do is essentially all we're covering with this is our server cost. We're going to lose money on it, but we're going to cover the cost of the servers to run the programs for you guys, for each of you to have access to the email GPT and to have access to the website plugin that you can add right into your websites if you have websites. How does that sound? Anyone? Oh, I got it. There's 21 messages in the chat. Maybe I should read them.
You're not reading any today. You were good. Hey, we're done. Hey, listen though, that was a good way to end it today. Listen, hey, Kyle can go all day like me. Hey, listen though. I'm going to listen, you guys, every week we're bringing, the provider's going to come on. But I want to go back to something he said very quickly. Kyle, I'm going to walk through one more time how to submit a lead. Randy, you look like my dad, dude. It tripped me out when he first came on. I'm not going to lie. If you look at his screen, I'm like, he had his hand.
Hold on. While you're
out here. Holy crap.
Real quick, I got to talk I need 2 minutes to talk about commission because we people are asking that. And real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
For everybody to understand how you make money, how we charge, Letzchat charges per translation, right? So we have 10 different products and services that we work across all forms of communication. Does everyone understand that? So whether we're translating a website or a text message or a video or a document, we charge per translation. So if it's a document, it's price per word. If it's video, it's per minute of translation. If it's texting, it's per message. If it's website, it's per translated page. So if we translate a website page, every time that page is translated into a language, we charge the customer, right? You get paid anywhere between 10 and 12.5. The simple math is you get paid between 10 and 12.5% of every single translation. Residual. So if somebody does, again, 10,000 translated website views and we're charging the customer 30 cents a view, that's $3,000 in revenue. And you guys would get 10% of that. That's $300 every month, right? Or if you went on a big website like Home Depot, who does 2.5 million website views a month, and they're estimating about 1 million translated page views a month. At 30 cents a page view, that's $300,000 in revenue, and you guys would be getting 12.5% based on the volume, right? Anything over 75,000 over a 3-month rolling period, you move up the comp structure. But let's just keep it 10% for even numbers. $300,000 a month in revenue equals $30,000 a month in commission residual for the life of that customer. And that's one customer with one product and service, right? So the better commission structure might be a little confusing for everybody. It's 10% up to 12.5% based on the volume of total revenue generated. It's per commission, it's per translated view, per translated document, per translated video, and it's just residual, right? Hopefully that's very simple. That's high level, very simple. You're getting 10 to 12.5% of that's the bottom number. There's all the team and upline in there. The rep who submits the business is getting 10% from day one, up to 12.5% residual for the life of the customer. And Bobe, all right, now take over.
Yeah, I know. Real quick, I just want to show you guys again. So, because I see some questions coming in. Like, this is how it's tied to you. Are you signed up? Let me just explain one more time how Better works. I mean, just the platform stuff. I'm going to get into this. Once you sign up for Better, right? So you sign up, you get your agent code, and you log in. It brings you to this page. Everyone's got the same exact page. It does not change, right? Then you're going to see your personalized links down here, right? These are all your personalized links. If I were to click on Clearwater and I wasn't appointed, it's going to say you're not appointed. They embedded it now here, right? If you don't see it here, right? If this thing's not showing up, you just come over to products, or I'm sorry, you come over to get appointed, and then literally scroll down and you click on the box and you get appointed with the companies. It's very simple. Appointments are, it's going to tell me where you're appointed, but like if you click and it's just tells you what the agreement is with the company and you sign your name and you're appointed. There's not like a vetting out player. It's none of that, right? It's real quick. It takes 2 seconds to get appointed. Then once you get appointed, we're talking Letzchat. You guys are going to come here. Your code is already embedded right here. You have to get them this link, right? You got to send them your link, right? So when you click on it up top, you see how my code is already embedded in here. So it's not, can't change, right? Even to safeguard against you guys messing it up from there, if someone were to do that, if you click on ready, your code's embedded here. If you look and that's not your code number, then something's messed up. Do not send that in. It literally cannot not be your code number. But if you look there and it was showing a different number than what your number is, right, then that's not going to attach to you. This is how it attaches to you. Then Kyle just showed you, which he was very gracious, how it ties in the back end to make sure it is tied to you, right? So there's so many checks and balances on this. But Donnie, I know you had texted me real quick. This is what you would go to. You would click on that link. You would take them to your link. You send them this link, right? Show them this. Play the video, guys. Just use your resources. Play the video real quick. Say, man, this is kind of what it is. It explains it. They might be, man, it's still a little unclear. All right, we're trying to, would you like to market in multiple languages? Man, yes, I would. Okay, great. I mean, keep this very simple. Hey, do you feel like you're losing out? There's 100 languages you can translate in. Do you feel like there's any market loss because you cannot reach someone that speaks a different language? Yes, I feel like I'm losing some marketplace. Do you know how much of an impact, how much you can increase your revenue, right, for your company if you could have your language translated in the top 5 languages that are spoken in the world? Yes, I can, but whatever, right? Then you bring them down here and you just get them. They want to check out the subtitles. There's another cool video, right? There's little cool videos, right? But don't oversell it. It's very simple. Then get them to say, hey, I can get you a 15-minute sit down with one of the top specialists and they can have a conversation with you and see if it's something that fits for your company. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Let them come in, right? Find out if there's a need, check what you think they're saying they need. When they get on, they might be like, oh my God, I actually need document translation. I didn't realize I needed that. Let the professionals figure out, yes, ma'am. Good morning, love you. Just let the professionals do their job, right? But you send them this link, it's gonna connect to you, right? If you click on the website breakdown, it'll bring you back up there, but it breaks down the different things that they could do, video subtitling, it breaks down the chat, document translation. You guys, they keep it very simple. Even down here, it helps you kind of understand us versus them. I mean, they got literally everything on this website. So don't become a free ask questions. Don't worry about becoming an expert. Just come on your site. This is what I would do if I were you today. I'd get off this call, take the 1.5 minutes, 105 minutes to watch this video so you get some understanding. Read what this is saying on here, like what it's actually doing. Come down here, watch this little subtitle video. If you want to watch the whole thing, it's fine. I would come down here and read through each one of your little tabs on, okay, what can we do? Look at the pros, versus in cons versus other places, Google, by the way, right? And then look at your FAQs and start getting this into people's hands. That
all the marketing material, the pricing sheet, all of that is in there, right? It has the pricing sheet. It has, and it might not be on here. It might be on the, is there, right? It's in there somewhere. It's in the resources or marketing material or whatnot, right? So
go to Letzchat's page. Here it is. The marketing materials. This is Letzchat's page. So you guys go to products. You guys, they've done everything to make this so turnkey for us. Like, you should be pounding in leads on this thing. If this is something that entices you, like, go to Letzchat on products. Compensation grid's there. Marketing materials. Just click on it, and it's got stuff for you guys, right? You get the sign. You sign in. It'll take you to your better network, and it has stuff there for you, right? Everything's here. Get started with Letzchat training, right? There's actually training on it too. So my point is, you guys can get the resources you need. It's all here. It's all accessible. One thing I just want to press upon, right? This is an entrepreneur journey. Someone's like, man, what do I tell them I'm doing? Just tell people you're an entrepreneur, and then whatever, you have a lot of avenues. But when you become an entrepreneur, like, go be resourceful. Like, the more resourceful you are, the faster, and then bam, hit the marketplace. This isn't a W-2. Like, you're not going to call Kyle when we're done and be like, hey, Kyle, so what do I say next? What do I do? Like, trial by error sometimes, right? You're gonna fall. You're gonna fumble a little bit sometimes, right? You may say the wrong thing. Think you got a website to back you up. You can't really say the wrong thing when they're watching stuff and it's in front of their face. But like, it's okay that if you don't always say all the right words. It's okay if you like don't know everything about everything. Here's the deal. We all know this. There are a lot of different languages spoken. And if your company is only speaking in one or two languages, you are missing probably 20, 30% of marketplace just right away, right? And who does it fit for? Every business. Like, you don't need to like figure out which one. I think Esmeralda, you have a quick question. I know is it a quick one?
Yes.
Okay.
So I just, so going back to the customer service, I'm sorry. I used to be a claims adjuster. Out of 100, we had like 5 Spanish speaking people. So are you telling me that if a client calls in about a claim, there's a live translation back and forth from the client and the claims adjuster? I'm kind of trying to get clarity on that, because that's going to be my first.
So how many of your claims adjusters spoke Chinese?
None.
How many
It was all English.
How many spoke Japanese?
None.
With Letzchat, they all do. It doesn't matter who's on the other end. We are between the process, between the end customer and the customer service rep. There's a form of communication in the middle, whether it's phone call or chat bot or whatever. Letzchat sits on that form of communication. So if somebody's calling in Chinese, the person on the customer service side would only know they speak English.
Right.
They wouldn't know anything other than the English. They would not hear anything other than English. And they would speak back in English, and the person on this end would only hear Chinese. They wouldn't know the person behind the scenes doesn't speak Chinese.
That is awesome. That's amazing.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I had nothing to do with the development of this, but thank you. I'll let the smart.
I'm good. No, hey, that's so true. So, hey, another thing too, if you already got appointed, or if you've done it and it's acting up a little bit, because like, dude, they're updating too super fast. If you guys go to your main page, go back to home, right? This is another quick way to get your stuff. If you go to your My Better links down here under quick links, it'll pull up your page, and it'll be down in here. It'll be embedded in here. So the other day, my top notch was they were doing some update to the site. My top notch was down on the main site, but it was here. So if you go to quick links, you guys can get your links as well. If you did the appointment paperwork and that part's already done, then you guys can go through My Better links and get there as well. All right, I got to run. I got massive meetings coming up. Hey, we're going to bring Kyle back on, right? Next week. Sure. We'll cycle through Kyle next week for the 30 minutes. We'll do a Q&A, right? What is the Q&A thing?
So I'm putting in the email, So if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, we have a custom email set up for all of you. It's in the chat, better, BETTR @letzchat.com. That is the best and fastest way to communicate with our team. Even with me, I get all the emails we all do. If you call me and text me like some of you do, and I don't answer, that's not my fault. I'm busy. And that's not the way we need to be contacted. So use the better@letzchat.com email if you have specific questions. If you have leads or clients, just throw them in the portal, and we have a whole team ready to help you guys out and help you close deals and make money. Right, Mark Reed? Mark Reed, can I get an amen? Mark Reed, some people on here have already closed deals.
Amen.
Experienced us.
Amen.
We are here for you to help you 24/7, 365. That's all.
I will say this too, real quick. Use the email, but then also realize these are human beings that have stuff going on as well. Like they have operations. They're working
on machines.
They're scaling. Yeah, I know. But seriously, there's a lot going on. If something's got to get escalated, like you guys just saw, they're sitting in meetings also with like massive companies. There's just a lot going on. So one thing I will tell all of you, like you're entrepreneurs, try to be resourceful as possible, but then also, be respectful. I see a lot of the back communication because I'm running a large organization, and I'll be quite frank. Some of you guys have tantrums, like you guys are like 3.5 years old or something. I'm like, dude, like relax, take a deep breath. It's gonna be fine. Like what respect you give is what you're gonna give back. And this is with all your clients as you guys are doing this thing. You're scaling businesses. Things are gonna happen. You guys, so just understand that like. They're not like avoiding you. But if you use the proper channels, you'll get faster results. If you use incorrect channels, it's gonna take longer for you to get what you want. And in the long run, you're not the one suffering. It's the clients that we're trying to serve. So like, just understand we're scaling these things fast. Get after it, submit these in.
Beauvais, I'm sending you an email right now as we speak with the discount codes and the links for anybody to order the services at pretty much free. So I'm sending it to you right now for you to email out to the team and your whole entire group.
Fantastic. I get to get up all day. Just kidding.
Just send one mass email.
I'll send it out. I'm just messing with you, bro. Thanks for passing it to me. It's back in Kyle's email. It's Kyle. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Hey,
my
Kyle,
email is jason.beauvais
Hey, send to Brian too, because he's on here. He's got his team too on here. So send to Brian directly.
Brian Daly already has it in his inbox.
All right, Brian, you have it in your inbox. You're already ready. He beat you. You got it first. He likes you better. Anyway.
He actually emailed me already. He emailed better@letzchat.com and already got a response. Look at that. Imagine how that works.
Hey, but all seriousness, let's get after it. Like I told you guys yesterday, sit down, make a list of you're entrepreneurs, right? No one's going to come to you and say, oh, you have this Let's Chat thing. Let's go get it. Make a list of, I would first start with people or people you can lean on that can get you into some markets, right? And then I would start saying, okay, where can I send this first link? I got Donnie texting me during the meeting, literally, hey, I'm going to bring this to my Cardinal Glass company today. Like that's how fast you should be thinking. Like, hey, I'm going to get this link in front of them. Let's see where it goes. Let's work through. The only way you're going to know how to work through these is to put it in front of people and learn your words, right? You're not going to do it by coming to the meeting tomorrow and then watching Clearwater tomorrow. Like you got to go put it into work.
And when we do have a follow-up training discovery call with the client.
Next week, same time.
When we have a discovery call with the client, you guys should be on the call. So you hear the client's concerns, you hear our responses, and that's how you will learn how our system works and how more about our tech. That's the best way to learn it, is just to be more involved, and we will make sure you guys get all the training and education and knowledge you need to make some money.
Boom. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's get after it. I'm proud of you guys. Hey, let's make a dent. Let's go get this. Let's get some language translated. Translations of languages.